Hello! It is new catalog day. Yay! Okay, we're gonna jump right in because there's a lot that I want to share with you in the catalog. Look at all these. So we're gonna jump right in. I want to show you some of the new and amazing things in the catalog. Not so much products, but more what Stampin' Up! Has done to make the catalog more user-friendly for us and for to better highlight some of the products. So we're going to jump right in, and I will be live later today too. I'll be live at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, and I'm going to share a really cute, fun project after we go through the catalog. And then when I come back at 2, I'm going to share another really cute project. So I'm going to share 2 projects today. Both of these videos will be uploaded onto YouTube, and they will be on my blog maybe later this week, if not early next week. So look there. If you guys don't know, I am on YouTube. Search for me at Ruth's Stamping Corner, and yeah, find me on YouTube, subscribe, and so you'll never miss a video. And all of my Facebook lives go up on YouTube. Usually the ones in the VIP group, I usually keep in the VIP group, but because this is a special day, this is a special catalog day, I will be putting these 2 up on YouTube today. Oh, I forgot to turn off my notifications. I'm so sorry, guys. Hope we don't get a lot of text. Okay, so let's jump right in and look at the catalog. So I can finally show you the inside. When demonstrators get the catalog, we are not allowed to show the inside on camera or in pictures until the new catalog goes live. But it is live. Ordering is up. Ordering was not supposed to be up until noon, but it is up early. I've already placed a couple orders, and I'm super excited. I can't wait. So the first thing that I love about this catalog, and it is on page 4, begins on page 4, is the bundle index. So it is a few pages, but if you're looking for a specific bundle, go to page 4. Every single bundle in the catalog is listed with the bundle price and the bundle item number, and it's just the best way to find the bundles. And remember, when you order a bundle, you save 10%, so you're automatically saving with the bundle. And now you can look them up so easily and just find whatever bundle you're looking for. And there's amazing projects that coordinate with each one. So use that bundle index. I love it. I can't wait to use this. This is probably where I'm going to make the bulk of my wish list because I generally like to order bundles. So use that bundle index. It's incredible. The next thing I want to point out is this stamp set down here. This is Daisy Lane. Oh, I want to point this out because this is my class to go this month. So when you order my class to go, you're going to get the stamp set. You're going to get the coordinating medium daisy punch that coordinates with the smaller daisy. We already have this larger daisy punch, but if you don't have it, you can add that on. My class to go features the PDF for 3 projects and all the make and take. So I put a link to my class to go in the video description, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. The Daisy Lane stamp set is incredible, and here I have it right here. It's incredible, and the more I play with it, the more I love it. I love this. This is probably my favorite image, this leaf image. And then this sweet little daisy too. I love it. And I know that the punches, they coordinate fantastic, and the greetings are fantastic. I have used this a lot, and I'm so excited about my class to go because I love the projects in it. So if this is on your wish list, you might as well get that class to go, get some free projects, get some inspiration on how to use it. It's awesome. Okay, another thing I want to point out is all of our suites. So we're not going to stop at all of our suites, but there's another one here, the Woven Thread Suite. But all of our suites now have a suite price and a suite item number. So you can just buy the entire suite all at once instead of entering every one of those numbers. So if you love all of this, just get the whole suite all at once. One number, you get the entire suite. It's easy. Stampin' Up! Has made it easy for us. So for example, the Bird Ballad Suite, you would get the Bird Ballad stamp set, the Stitch Nested Labels dies, the Designer Series paper, the laser cut cards in 10, the scallop lace trim, and the trinkets. So you get all of that for one item number and one price. Fantastic, right? So it's just an easy way to shop now. If you love the entire suite of products, then go ahead and get that whole bundle. And we're going to be using the Bird Ballad stamp set for our project later, for our second project. So get that whole suite. You know you want it. Now, we skipped over all of the stamp sets. A lot of the stamp sets anyway. There are some incredible new stamp sets, so I encourage you to go get those. The other pages I want to point out is 162. This is where our color collections start. And you'll notice that the charts are a little smaller. They're a little different. So make sure that you're just reading them correctly. Make sure that when you want cardstock, you're getting from the right column, and the same with ink and stuff. I know that there's a lot of mix-up times. I want cardstock, but I put the ink number. I mean, it's fine. We get it sorted out, but it's much easier to get that number right the first time. So just make sure you read the charts, and then the assortments are all next to it. So you have that Subtles assortments, the Regals assortments. You can buy the cardstock, the in 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12, the designer series paper, the ink pads, the refills, the markers, all of that. Make sure you can get those in the assortments, or you can buy everything individually. So look at those. Make sure you have all our colors. Our in colors are on the following page on 164. Our new ones are at the top, and our returning in colors are on the bottom. I love this year's in colors. I wasn't sure I was going to love them, but I keep grabbing them. For every project I do, I keep grabbing. So I really love them. Now, the Purple Posy is not available. That is the only one of our colors that is not available today. There were some quality issues, and Stampin' Up! Does not want to release it until they have the quality just perfect. So you cannot get the Purple Posy, and you cannot get the assortment of the 2019-2021 in colors, but you can buy them individually with the exception of the Purple Posy. And you can still get the Purple Posy cardstock and the marker assortment. You just cannot get the ink pad or the refill at this point. They are hoping maybe July. So as soon as that becomes available, I'll let you guys know. I love Purple Posy. I've been using it a lot too. But all of the in colors are fantastic. Now on the very, very next page is where our designer series paper starts. And this year's designer series papers are incredible. I put in my paper share order this morning. So if you signed up for my paper share, that order has already been submitted. I'm so excited, but there are 3 full pages of designer series papers, and they are incredible. I cannot wait to see them all in person. I can't wait to get them. I can't wait for this order to come in. Now, don't forget to turn the page because there's a couple more DSPs up at the top up here. These are the color group DSPs, and these are fantastic. The patterns this year are phenomenal. You have the in colors over here, and then you have each color group over here, the neutrals, brights, subtles, and regals. So all of that is over here on the following page. They can easily be mistaken because you think the designer series paper ends on this page, but make sure you turn the page because there's more. Okay, let's move on. Ribbons, all are on 174. I know you guys love your ribbons. We have lots of new fun ribbons this year, so make sure you check that out. 174. Embellishments start on 176, and there is a lot of embellishments this year. Some of them have carried over, like our Happiness Blooms dots, the frosted flowers, those have carried over. Some of them are brand new, like the Noble Peacock Rhinestones, which I cannot wait to get. I think I'm going to be using these maybe on every single project. I'm so glad to see that the glitter enamel dots carried over. I love those, especially in these colors. I use those a lot. So lots of really amazing fun accessories. So make sure you look at that, those embellishments. We have lots of new blends. You guys know we love blends, and I'm actually using blends for both of my projects today. It just happened by coincidence, but I am using blends for both my projects. We do have new blends in 4 of the 5 in colors. So in Rococo Rose, Pretty Peacock, Seaside Spray, and Purple Posy. All the new blends are in those colors. Fantastic. So make sure you guys look at those. If you're a blends lover, make sure you look at that. What next? Our dies. We have lots of new dies, and I love them, and they're pictured bigger this year. In this catalog, you'll see them pictured bigger so you can see them in more detail. You can see them better, you can see them in bigger form, and lots of dies. Some of our embossing folders are not available right now. Some of our, the big thick ones are not available, so just keep that in mind when you're ordering. And then our kits are all in the back of the catalog now, which is fantastic. And we have some amazing new kits this year. Look at how gorgeous that kit is. I cannot wait to get that one. And then the other one that I am loving is this Looking Up card kit. Look at how gorgeous that is. All those watercolors. Oh my gosh, I love it. So we have lots of kits to choose from. A couple that have carried over and some new ones. Lots of fun kits. And then the very back is the hostess stamps, or the host stamps. Sometimes this gets overlooking, or sometimes you get to the very end and you've already made a super long wish list, but the host stamps can only be earned with qualifying orders. And those orders start at $150. You can see the chart up here. At $150, you earn 10% of those sales. So that's $15. And then they keep going up and up and up from there. And you also can earn a half price item, which is fantastic. So if you have a really large order going in, or maybe you have a couple friends that want to combine orders, you guys can get some free stuff. This is a great way to do this. And if you're local, if you're in Albuquerque, please contact me. I would love to do something with you and your friends. We can get together and plan a class specifically for you and your friends, and then you would get the free stuff based on any orders from that day. So, but we have some amazing new host sets, and we're actually using this one today. We'll pull that out for you. We're using this one, the Time for Tags. This is an exclusive host stamp set. And if you place an order this week, by Saturday, you will be entered to win one of these. I'm giving away a Time for Tags stamp set, and all orders placed now between Saturday will be entered to win one of these. So I cannot wait to give one of these away. So make sure you get those orders in. Any size order will count. So if you place an order of $50, make sure you use this host code that I have, and it's also in the video description. If your order is over $150, if you want to get your own Stampin' Rewards, that's fine. You're still going to be entered to win that stamp set. So any size order will count. Now, if your order is very large, if it is over $100, I would strongly recommend joining Stampin' Up. Join my team. We have the most fun, and you can save a lot of money. You can, when you sign up, you pay $99. You get $125 in product and free shipping. And then any order after that, you're going to get a minimum of a 20% discount. But the discount could get higher as you continue to order. So this is a great option if your order is very long. If your wish list is very, very long, consider joining my team. We have, like I said, the most fun, and it's such a great deal. You can't beat the deal at $99. You get to choose any products for $125. You get to choose $125 of any products you want, and it's such a great deal. So if you are interested, please contact me. I'd love to talk to you more about this. That is just a quick run through of the catalog. We're going to get to our project now. But actually, we're not going to get to our project. I lied. I want to show you guys some quick swaps from my team. We had a mini swap last week. And so I want to just show you some card samples before we get to the project. So this was actually my swap, and this was on my blog, I think yesterday. And I used the new Petals and Parcels stamp set. The theme for the swap was anything new. So anything from the pre-order that demonstrators could already pre-order. So anyone on my team. And so this one was mine, and I love those colors together. And I love that floral stamp set. I love how it stamps. I love the little variation of colors. I love it. So this was mine. This one was Cindy's, and she used one of the host stamp sets too, and I love the way this opens. So it's just, she used the DSP as the actual card. Isn't that cute? And she used those new stitch nested labels dies. Love it. This one was Anne's, and how cute, this little cow. I have loved using this little cow, and I cannot wait to use him more. And I think my kids are really gonna love it. She colored that with the blends. She added the fun greeting. Isn't that cute? So cute. My team has some of the best cards. This one is Melissa's, and she used the new Above the Clouds stamp set. She watercolored it, and then she covered the balloons in Wink of Stella, so they're nice and shiny. I don't know if that's picking up. And then she used those stitch nested framelits again. These are going to be huge, you guys. Make sure you get those. So it's really pretty. I love this card. This one was Kim's. She used the new To a Wild Rose stamp set. I really love this card too. I love this label greeting that comes with the dies in this bundle. I love the polka dot ribbon. I just love it all. So pretty. And then finally, this one was Alicia's. She made like a Z-fold card. Isn't that cute? And she colored this one to coordinate with the DSP. So beautiful. So I love all my cards. I love them all. So that's just a quick little We do swaps. We try to do them pretty frequently. I do have a virtual meeting coming up later this month. It's our first virtual meeting, so I'm really excited about that. But my team has so much fun. So if you are considering joining Stampin' Up, please join my team. I would love to have you. And you save some money, you get some free stuff. It's awesome. Okay, we're going to make this cute little candy bar holder. There's a little candy bar in there. Well, it's not little. It's a full-size candy bar. But this is like, I don't know, I'm calling it like a chocolate clutch. So it's so super cute, and it's so easy to make. So we're going to make this, and this uses that new stamp set that I'm giving away. This uses that Time for Tag stamp set that I am giving away. Anybody who orders will be entered to win it. Make sure you head to my shopping page, my online store, use the host code, and you'll be entered to win. So let's get started. What we're going to do first is we're going to stamp so that it has time to dry, because we are going to color it with our blends. So let's stamp first. Let me get out my pieces. So I just have a scrap of white here, and we're going to stamp with Memento because we are coloring with blends. And this one I used the little bird image in there, and for this one we're going to use the hot air balloon. And I'm just going to stamp that on my scrap. Perfect. And so we're going to set that aside to dry for just a few minutes. It's not going to take long to dry, but I'm going to set that aside, and we're actually going to score in a similar box while that's drying. So what I have is a 7 by 6.5 piece of cardstock here. And I'm going to pull out my Simply Scored. So let me pull this out. Okay. Make sure that it's all on camera. So we're going to start on the 7-inch side. And we are going to score at 2 1/4. I have my measurements off to the side, so I just want to make sure I'm getting everything correct. 2 1/4, 2 5/8, which is 1 tick past the 2 1/2 mark. So 2 5/8, 5 1/8, and at 5 1/2. There are some 1/8 measurements in here. That's strictly because Hershey's just does not make their candy bars thick enough. We're going to turn it to the 6 3/4 side. Did I say 6 1/2 earlier? It's 6 3/4. 7 by 6 3/4. We're going to turn it to the 6 3/4 side, and we're going to score it at 3/8, and that's the one right before the 1/2 inch is the 3/8 mark, and then at 6 3/8. So 6 3/8, and that is all the scoring. Okay, so now we are going to assemble. And I hope that doesn't fall over. Okay, we're going to burnish on all our score lines first. So there are 4 this way. I'm using my bone folder just to get nice crisp lines. When you make boxes with cardstock, the bone folder is your best friend. It will help you get those nice sharp lines. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to do some trimming. Now this is going to be, so you can see there's like a thicker edge, there's a thicker side here, and then there's a thinner side on this side. This is going to be our front flap. So I did not get it out. Scissors. Let me grab some scissors. Where are they? Oh, of course I can't find them now. Here they are. Okay. So I'm going to get out some snips, and we are going to trim off. We're going to just cut along that score line. And I have to look at my package again. We're going to trim off all the way up to that second score line right here. And so we're trimming off both of those. So we're trimming off the long side and then the little square that goes with it. Okay, so we're going to do that again on the other side. What you do on one side, you do on the other side. It's a good rule of thumb for boxes. So we're going to trim that off. On these, we're going to trim up these score lines. And then we're just going to notch in on those little squares just a little bit. It's just going to help our box go together a little easier. Okay, and then again, on the other side, what you do to one side, you do to the other side. And we're just going to notch those in. So you guys, we are on week 2 of summer, and my son is actually at zoo camp this week. So my daughter is, she's home, she's watching television, though I bribed her with some television to to be quiet during my video. Okay, so that's all the trimming we're going to do right now. So we just made our little tabs. And then we're going to use our corner rounder punch, or this is our triple corner punch. I think that's what it's called. And we're going to round those corners on that little flap, on that end that we trimmed off those edges. We're going to round those corners. So my son is at zoo camp. We drop him off at 8:30 every morning, and then I have to go pick him up at 4 o'clock every afternoon. But he is loving it. He is in Cats and Carnivores camp, so he's having a really good time. And my daughter will go to zoo camp in July. Okay, so this is what our box looks like. We're going to add a little bit of tear tape. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit on each little flap here, and actually need to trim that a little bit. So you're just going to use a little bit on each little flap, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to put some on the end flaps over here. So on the opposite end where we trimmed off, we're going to put it on those ends, just like that. On this side too. Okay. So far, easy peasy, right? Everybody's with me? Okay. And I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to use my little poker end to peel off these backings, because I have found that I just cannot do it any other way, especially on camera. Okay, so we're going to pull that off. Any adhesive that's hanging over, I'm just going to flip back onto that little tab there. I can't think of the words. Okay, so we are going to, these little tabs are going to get adhered to the one that doesn't have the adhesive. So you're just matching that cut line with that score line right there. Those little tabs, and these are tiny little tabs, so just be patient, you'll get it. And really, I mean, they're on the inside of the box. These are the tabs that matter. And we're going to take off our adhesive on those. And then these are easy. They just fold right up and just right onto that flap there. So really easy. Now, we do have this little, I don't know if you can see that, we do have this little edge here, which is, if you like that, that's fine. I did not really care for that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from this corner where the little tab, where a flap came up, to that other corner. I'm just going to trim it at a diagonal, just like that. I think that just gives a cleaner look and just a more finished look. So you're just cutting off just that little corner. So I hope you can see that. I hope you can tell. Okay, so that is our box pretty much. So I'm going to stick my candy bar in there. I'm going to make sure that it fits, make sure we assembled it correctly. Perfect. Perfect. So now we're going to decorate our box. And we are going to get to the coloring of our stamp in just a minute. So let me move all my trash out of the way. So I have 2 pieces of the, what is it called? I wish I knew these names by now. This is the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper, and this is a gorgeous Designer Series paper. I've been using this one a lot. There's lots of beautiful, beautiful patterns in here. Those feathers, I can't wait to use those. Anyway, lots of really, really fun patterns. Those flowers, so pretty. It's lots of fun. And these stripes, I've used these stripes a ton. We're using them today. So I have 2 pieces of the Bird Ballad DSP. You can choose any 2 that you want. So the first one is 1 1/4 by, what is this, 5 3/4, and this one's gonna go on the front, so on our flap. So 1 1/4 by 5 3/4, and then this one is 5 3/4 by 2, and this one will go on the front like this. So let me get some adhesive, and we're gonna put that on here. And I don't know if I mentioned this was Calypso Coral cardstock. We are using Calypso Coral. My example one, which is over here, I used Pool Party. You can see we're using the same DSP for the bottom here. This is like Petal Pink Polka Dots, which I love. And then we're using different DSP for the top up here. But because we rounded these corners, we need to round these corners too, because we need everything to be matchy-matchy, right? Be much beautiful. That didn't happen well. Did it? Put it back in. That perfect round. I don't know why I'm not getting a good punch right there. I think I'm moving it when it's in there. There we go. Perfect. All right. And then the other side. I don't think I had a flush in there. Perfect. Okay. So that is it for that triple corner punch. And then we're going to put some adhesive on this, on our DSP. And we're going to stick it on here. Okay, and I am just realizing that I forgot to grab something for our project. So let me reach up and grab it. This is our vanilla lace trim. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool again, and I'm going to put some glue dots. I think I'm just going to do 3 glue dots just right along the border here, right along the edge. And 1 in the middle and 1 on each side. And then we're just going to stick our lace trim right to that. We're going to have it so the scallop side is hanging down. And perfect. That's just going to add a little bit of fun texture. And then I'm just going to trim this off. I'm just going to follow that scalloped, or the curved line there. Not the scallop line, but the curved line. And I'm just going to trim that off. Just like that. Okay. This ribbon, I've used this a ton. I think this is my 2nd or 3rd roll that I've gone through. We're using this at Stamp Camp this weekend too. I'm so excited. So, but it just adds, that little lace trim just adds so much fun to that. Okay, before we get to the final assembly of our box, we are going to color. So let's bring back our little stamped image here. And I have lots of blends. So I have Calypso Coral, light and dark, Old Olive, light and dark, Daffodil Delight, light and dark, and Pool Party, light and dark. So, I don't know if I'm going to use both light and dark for some of these because we are coloring little spaces here, so there doesn't need to be too much blending. So for the star in the basket, I'm just using my dark Daffodil Delight. For my stripes, I'm going to start with my dark Daffodil Delight on each side, just like this. And from the other side too. And I'm using my brush tip, but you use the tip that you prefer the most. I've been grabbing my brush tip a lot, and then down here, this little part of the balloon I'm going to color. I tend to like my brush tip a lot, especially for the dark. When I use the light, I tend to grab my other tip. And so then I'm just going to go over those darker lines. I'm going to drag them to the middle. So it's darker on the outside and lighter in the middle. So you guys, I'm still technically on jury duty, but I was not called today. And, I mean, knock on wood, I haven't been called at all. But that doesn't mean anything. I still have the rest of this week, and I still have all of next week on jury duty, so you never know. Now, I'm going to go for my dark Old Olive, and I'm going to do kind of the same thing. Up here at the top, it's going to be a little darker. And then on the sides, it's going to be a little darker. So I'm adding some darker color there. And then on the bottom, I'm just going to add some, on the very bottom, some darker color there. And then I'm going to come in with my light and just kind of blend those out. Oh, and I forgot the middle, didn't I? My goodness. We forgot the middle of our balloon. And I pulled the colors. The colors that I'm using in blends are the same colors that are in the DSP. So I'm using those same colors, so everything is going to coordinate. Let me pull out my dark again, and then we'll just do some dark along the sides here. Just like that, and then we'll pull it all in together. And just be careful going around that star, because you don't want to make a green star. Maybe I should have done my star last, but we'll see. This will work. We'll just be very careful. So there we go, perfect. We're just blending out that dark. So cute, right? And then for our Pool Party, I'm just going to use my light. I'm not even going to use my dark. And I am just going to color the rest of the tag. Just like this. We're just going to color around the balloon just so that it looks like it's in the sky. So we're just coloring, and I feel like I'm coloring in like slow motion. And I'm not worrying about it being perfect. I'm going to use my other tip around these little tiny parts. I'm really not worried about it being perfect because it'll just look like there's like clouds in the sky if it's not completely perfect. So let me pull this up a little bit. Just coloring this. We're almost done. So cute. And hooray for you. Who wouldn't want to get this little candy treat? So I think that I will probably save these and give them to my son's camp teachers at the end of the week, because they're doing a good job. My son had a lot of fun yesterday. So they get to go into like the diet rooms and help prepare the food for some of the animals. And he said they're making lots of enrichment stuff for the animals too. They have, he did like paper mache stuff yesterday, and it sounds like a lot of fun. I want to go to zoo camp, but I am not allowed. They don't have adult zoo camp. So I'm going to stick this, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back, and I'm going to stick this to our story label punch. Now this is new in the catalog, but it might look familiar to you, and you might already have this. This was in our celebration coordination back in March, and they carried that punch over. I didn't stick that down very straight. They carried that punch over, so you may already have this punch in your stash. So, but if I love the way it looks on that. This was our new tag punch too. I didn't even say that. This is our new tag punch that coordinates with that hostess set. Okay, we are almost done. We're going to use a couple dimensionals here. And just on the top, so you don't want to glue your box shut. And then I have a cute and quick little closure for our box. So how cute does that look? With those balloons, oh my gosh, so cute. But our flap keeps like flapping open. We can't have that. So I have some magnets. And these I bought, I think that I bought them from totalelement.com, but I know you can get these on Amazon too. So I would just search like small, strong magnet or something like that. But these are incredibly strong. I don't even keep them close to each other because they're so strong. My glue dots, where did they go? So what I'm going to do is stick a glue dot to the back of one of them. And it wants to stick to my, and these are so strong that you don't want them touching each other because they'll rip your cardstock. So I'm actually going to put it on the inside of my box right here, just on the inside. And then all I'm going to do is just drop my other magnet on, and it's going to just automatically fall in the right position, and it's going to find that other magnet because they're that strong. I'm going to put another glue dot on this one, and then I'm going to close it, give it a good press, and then it'll pull right up. That other magnet's on the inside, but it'll keep everything nice and closed. So there you go. Isn't that cute? So this was a little bit longer video because we went through the catalog, but I think it was worth it in the end because we get a little chocolate clutch in the end. So I hope you guys like this project. Remember, I will be back at 2 o'clock this afternoon for another fun kickoff video. So I hope you can join me for that one. We'll be making a card for that one. A beautiful, beautiful card using the Bird Banter, or Bird Ballad, not Bird Banter, Bird Ballad suite. So I hope you can join me. Until then, if you have questions, let me know. If you want to order anything, please head to my online store and use this host code. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.